Welcome back to the Throw the Fight 2 YouTube page, and today I'm going over 5 things that I have learned over the course of the last year with Throw the Fight 2. It's absolutely crazy that next month will mark a year, and our full release is finally announced for November 19th. So before the full release, I'm going to make sure you have the tools that you need to make sure your fight IQ is up there, your cardio and your conditioning is up there, and you realize how important that is. And we can't forget about our footwork and our defense. Number 1, let's get right to it. If I had to pick one punch to try to win every fight with for the rest of my Throw the Fight 2 career, it's going to be a lead hook. Please let me know in the comments if you agree or if you disagree, but I have seen across the board from V0 to today, a lead hook in any fashion, whether that's just a quick hook, whether that's a pivot off hook, whether you are slipping and loading and throwing, in any fashion, this lead hook in any stance has always been effective. Not only for me personally, but across the board, I've always seen it. Lead hook, my check hook, my pivot out hook, my slip hook, whatever it is, that lead hook has always done damage. So remember, it's not as simple as just a lead hook over and over again. Think about that when it comes to your combinations. If I'm in my stance, maybe my guy's a little bit further away than I would like, so I'm gonna throw a cross here to just kill the distance, but I have no intention of landing the cross. I just wanna make sure it's landing so my hips turn so I can cover little ground with this lead hook. Or something else that I've really gotten good with is just peppering, pepper, boom. So throwing the hook at full pace in the midst of a bunch of peppering. Number 2 on the list today is something that has carried over from, again, V0 to today. With this on your side, you'll win 80-90% of your matches just with this alone, no matter the version. Fight IQ. Fight IQ is something that you build with trial and error. Maybe for you, just simply lowering your levels and trying that out lowers someone's hands whenever you do it. So if you lower to try to fake a body shot, that lowers their guard. Now I know I can level change, come back up, and throw over the top because their hands are going to be down. My fight IQ is allowing me to chain those combinations together before they even happen. Here's another simple feint that I do that really works, especially for that lead hook that we were talking about. So for this one, all I'm going to do is show the backhand. I don't even need to throw it, and I'll do you one better. What's been working for me recently is just having the hand out, almost like I'm pawing here. My hips are already turned over and loaded, so the second they start to engage, that is so easy to come by. So let's say I'm right-handed. I'm just touching with the right hand, and the second they start to engage, then I can unload that lead hook. And again, such a strong weapon. Don't underestimate the fight IQ. It carries me personally over from version to version. There hasn't really been a version of the game that's come out where I've had trouble with it across the board. And I think a lot of that comes from my fight IQ. I've been in the position enough and I have the muscle memory enough to survive certain situations, to plant certain traps, and it's all muscle memory at this point for me personally. There's always room to grow, but right now, where I'm at currently, carries me from version to version, regardless of the power transfer. And the reason I tell you that is because imagine if the power starts to transfer, but you still have your fight IQ. That's what we're working towards. Let's practice our power and our hips. Let's practice our fight IQ. And with those together, we're taking over the world, the VR world. Number 3 is a quick one. Cardio. Manage that cardio. Without this, you can only go technical for 30 seconds. And then everything after 30 seconds is a huffy puffy mess. So go as fast as you can do it correctly. Remember, throughout the fight, let's say if I'm here fighting, I'm not just going, just going wild until the guy goes down. I can set some stuff up with 30% power. Maybe this is the time where arm punches come in. I don't mean flailing your arms, I mean arm punches. Something that just peppers and touches and touches and touches. And I'm just kind of here, catching my breath, not moving too much. So I'm here moving a lot, but I'm not exactly spending a lot of energy. So I can sit here and feint. I can sit here and move my head. I can even use my feet and move around, but I'm not really using a ton of energy, but maybe now. Use a lot of energy. Calm down, catch my breath. Here, feint. Maybe hit the block here, and then a lot of energy. Back off, and I'm here. But you get my point. In waves, I'm using my power, but I definitely don't have to have my foot on the gas the whole time. Number 4 is defense. You're blocking. So now here's a golden rule. My feet are moving or my head is moving. So if I'm in my stance, my head is moving and my feet aren't, and my hands are always up ready to catch and parry or block. I personally find the most success with parrying and catching. But remember, blocking isn't a passive movement. It's not something where I just have my hands up and then everything should be blocked. It's something that's premeditated. You almost have to find the rhythm of your opponent. When I'm sitting here, my opponent throws a hook. I have to match the rhythm and put that glove where that hook is going, what's called answering the phone. And for straight punches, when they come down the pipe straight down here, my guard goes up and I say tight here so nothing slips through the center. But again, feet are moving or head's moving. So don't think about defense as just your blocking, it's your movement also. And that brings us to number 5, footwork. I know that our feet are not exactly matched in game, but that doesn't mean that the advantages that you get from actually having proper footwork doesn't transfer over. So make sure your feet are a little bit wider than shoulder length. You are on your toes and ready to fire at any point. I never want to get into a position where maybe my feet are too close and now it's going to be a really hard time to fire here, right? So if my feet are apart, I can definitely fire off here. And if I'm always constantly moving with my feet apart, I can fire here or move, fire here, and I can always fire with my feet a little bit wider than shoulder, a little bit of a bend in my legs. But the honest truth is that my style is going to be different than your style, and it's even going to be different than the textbook style. So if you're brand new to this, I would advise take the small pointers, feet a little bit wider than shoulders, hands are up, on my toes, and then from there, as you practice that foundational style, you can modify things. You're like, maybe I don't like this. Maybe I'm a little bit wider. Maybe I'm a little bit taller. But the truth of it is that you're not really gonna know until you try it, and you're gonna fall into a place that's natural for you. Please leave a comment if you made it to the end of this one. I hope these 5 things, even if they aren't something that were like mind-blowing to you since you've been playing the game for a while, practice makes better. So it's not something that like, oh, footwork, I got it, check, done, what's next? You know, it's like an endless battle to get better and better and better. That goes for your cardio, that goes for your defense, that goes for your fight IQ. And even with that left hook, I find success at pawing out the backhand so I can counter the punch. And same thing this way, where I can paw, and fire off that lead hand. I find success doing that, but you may find success doing it completely different. But we've accomplished the same goal, but with different paths. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope all these pointers help you for the upcoming release that we have. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe right here, pretty please, and check out these other 2 videos.